Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of A.T.O.M RPG. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in Paragon? Paragon? Is it Paragon? It is Paragon. I forgot the name of the city for a little bit because we're inside of the tented city. Yeah, it's got a bunch of tents in here, and I think this is just an old military outpost sort of thing. Anyway, when we arrived here last episode, there was a big discussion between somebody that we didn't even learn the name of, I'm pretty sure, and the guards. So the guards might be outside. I'm not going outside right now because I need to pay 30 rubles every time I get in. Although I might be able to steal the 30 rubles from him or from the, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But for right now, let's have a chat with these people over here. And with this fine gentleman over here. A bearded man with unusual decorations, rings that pierce his lower lip, smiles friendly and comes closer. You notice immediately how smoothly he moves. People learn to move like this by finding their way through ancient ruins strewn with deadly traps and dungeons full of dangers and traps. Yeah, it's clear you see a seasoned stalker in front of you. Greetings, I'm Stalker Richard, he says. That's his name. Is he Stalker or is he Richard? I am Richard the Stalker, I assume. Let's see what he has to sell. Unfortunately, not much. Or money, anyway. Hey, let's talk about stalkers. Richard winks at you cheerfully and claps on his pocket filled with nuts and bolts. Well, I'm a half-time stalker now, he says. When I run out of money, I dig in some hole. Or lead others to interesting places for a certain percentage of their gains. But while there's a coin in my pocket, I try not to get involved in it. Really, isn't it scary to be a stalker? What isn't scary these days? You can feel safe only if you've hidden in an underground bunker and soldered off the entrance. And even in that case, there might turn up something that want to devour you or traumatize you mentally. Could you tell me some stalkers' stories? No problem. I once knew a man. His name was Yura the Half-Head. We explored about 3 dozen locations together. He was a smart guy, very sane. And then, once we were sitting together at the fire at night, boring, nothing to do, nothing to say. So out of boredom, I asked, Yura, what does your nickname mean? And he said calmly, I'll show you. So he took the gun from under his belt, checked it if it was charged, put the barrel in his mouth, and pulled the trigger. And shot half his head off. Flopped in the fire, face down, dead. I couldn't talk for a week after that. Even now, it's hard to talk about what happened. Do you have any questions? Any other questions, he asks. I need to distract myself. Okay, Yura is not his nickname, I would think. That's his name. His nickname is the Half-Head, which technically is the title, but Yura is his name. Because I figured, what does Yura mean? But he apparently didn't have a half-head, so he decided to kill himself. Right. Okay. I thought he was gonna resurrect or something. It's gonna be like a special stalker story about how he had half a head and the other half was just prop and he shot it off rather than, I don't know. You're kidding, right? Well, you did ask a story, though, didn't you? What else do you want to know? Is that supposed to be a joke? And all stories are fake? I think that's that's the moral of the story there. So what's the best place to pass out the loot? I suppose I'm looking for a fence or something. Well, what can I say, he says. The merchants have more or less the same prices, which mostly depend on your ability to haggle. You'll make a killing only if someone's paid you to get into some specific place to find a certain object or information. And then the reward might well last you for a year without a care in the world. Apart from that, don't ever sell anything in Krasnoznameni. Their pricing is ridiculous. Yeah, too late. Can you tell me about the stories? I've told you one. Can you tell me other stories, I asked. I've told you one, and I can't remember anything else off the top of my head. Let's call it a day. Or do you have any other stalker-related questions? What will you do when all the ruins are stripped down? What will I do? He asks. Smoke cigars in a car floating above the world. When all the ruins are stripped down and all the findings are researched properly, communism will be built in a week. There are so many incredible inventions, things people had never seen even before the war, especially in the ruins of research facilities. Is he saying that it's gonna take so long until... I think that's what he's trying to say. It's gonna take so long until all the ruins are explored that by then communism will be a no problem. It's just gonna be an easy thing, car floating above the world or something. Although that might be a reference to something else. I'm not sure. Could be a song, maybe. Could be the... I don't know. Anyway, that's an interesting profession. Let's change the topic. Can you answer some questions? No problem. I'm having a break here, he says. So how do you like this place? Fine. I consider any place that can offer me food and shelter to be a mecca of civilization. And if you think of some places I worked in, this opinion would seem pretty fair, I'll tell you. How long is your break going to last? Until I run out of money, he says. Oh, right. I don't take it on assignments now just out of curiosity. Now I need a financial impetus. What do you do as you rest up? What do I do? I sleep, smoke, drink, and pick up chicks. Delightful, he says. Can you tell me any fresh rumors? Well, there are plenty of rumors, but this is the one that did surprise me. If big fish with deep pockets ever hire us stalkers, it's only to dig up some rare artifact and make money from it. But according to rumors, a Trudograd tycoon hired a team of black archaeologists to dig up a local village where a battle had occurred between our guys and a NATO squad, to give the fighters a proper burial with military honors and so on. Oh, there are still noble men, says Oxygen, true patriots left in this world. I hope to God I will be once reinterred with military honors too, in a general's tunic. He says reinterred. He doesn't say interred, which means buried. He says reinterred, which means reburied. Oxygen, you don't know anything. Shut up. Pray and hope, old man, and it may well come true, says Richard, who also just goes along with the whole reinterring of things. Don't be reinterred. Get the job done in the first place. Just be interred properly. And the way you like it. Oxygen, you ask me, I'll give you a tunic or whatever. Oh, right, this guy over here. We talked to him plenty, but we had questions about his thing. About this thing, because we didn't finish talking to him. Tell me about the political landscape here in the wasteland. I don't know if I... Right. Yeah, I didn't go into this one. Krasnos and many then screw. I asked about Paragon. Paragon is inhabited by merchants and river pirates who transitioned into being the local guard. Their base is located in the Port Authority. Paragon is the trade center and the economic powerhouse here in the wastes, especially when the squabbles died down and Krasnos Nameni, that can't seem to forget about us for a split second, isn't meddling too much in our internal affairs. Okay, yeah, I hadn't asked him about that. Good. Yeah, I want to know more about Krasnos Nameni. Krasnos Nameni is a city-state created by the party lowlives and hagglers who have created the Chamber of Commerce. That place sure is something. Sometimes I even feel jealous. There is a little of everything one might need for a good life there, he says. One problem, though. Insatiable ambitions of the Chamber of Commerce that will sooner or later lead it to its inevitable demise. Or maybe those weirdos from the mycelium will screw up everything up there. Or up for them. They even have a headquarters now. Yeah, they do. Tell me what you know about Dan. I don't feel like wasting my breath on that dog's meat. Why would you? He's calling him a dog, and he says he's not wasting his breath on his meat. I mean, what? Okay, well, if you don't want it, it's fine. He is just a regular thug, he says, who fancies himself the king of the gangsters. He is sucking the money out of all the small villages like Otranoi while he's trying to get into high-level politics. And the funny thing is that Krasnos Nameni seems to be agreeing with this strategy of his. Okay. What should I do in Paragon? Up until recently, I would have suggested that you grab a bite to eat at the barbecue joint right outside the tent city, but now it's closed. And there are all kinds of rumors surrounding it lately. So what should I be looking for in Paragon? Yeah, same is everywhere, my friend. Be careful with people who try to be your friend. Disregard that I just called you my friend. Don't be careful with me. It's fine. Anyway, because the ones that are telling you to piss off are at least being honest. And you can never be sure that what the smiling ones are really thinking. What is the fresh gossip in Paragon? You know, people keep talking smack. Like, they say that the Roaring Forest is roaring because of some fat-ass underground mutants. However, anyone who is at least a little bit familiar with history would tell you about the massacre that took place there. Not here. Oh my god. Even here and there? Really? What? How does... Okay. Anyway, I believe that he's not there, but yeah, I believe that he's not here, that is there. Okay. But anyway, the massacre that took place here during the Civil War, here in Paragon, the forest is roaring because the spirits of the white officers, which is capitalized W, because that, white capitalized W, because that's the Civil War. I believe that's that's the White Revolution in the 1910s. And that's why they're white officers. Are shaking the trees, the white officers are. Who else, right? Who else, he asks, right? And you can trust me on this one. I am not some kind of blabber. I'm a serious man. A skeptic. That's not what skeptic means. At all, in any mention of the word. If you mean somebody who doesn't believe in the paranormal, which is not what skeptic means, but it can be applied to that, to be a short, like a skeptic of the paranormal is a skeptic of the paranormal. But anyway, then you're not a skeptic. If it's just a person who's not gullible, then I would say you're not a skeptic. Although that's also not the definition of skeptic. Skeptic just means an unbeliever. That's really what it means. And then the context is everything. Unfortunately for him, the context means he doesn't know what he's saying. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Pal, my friend, my good old buddy. Let's see. So that's Richard, Stalker. In front of you stands a smiling young man of average height. His arms crossed on his chest, he nods friendly at you, clears his throat, and asks politely, "Well, what's brought you to Paragon? We go through a permanent political crisis, but I'll grant you that this place is interesting in its own way. I can see you're keen on the local politics, apparently." "Oh, you can say that. Again," he says. "Politicians, of course, don't affect our lives as much as, say, a flood or a mutant's raid, but you need to keep an eye on their decisions and changes in their ranks anyway. And if you don't, well, you might well share Filatov, the Buccaneer's fate." Who? Ah, he was a semi-gangster, semi-merchant. Lots of fun, if you ask me. He means half gangster, half merchant. Semi... doesn't necessarily mean half. Often visited Paragon and notified of his arrival by shooting at the basin that used to hang above the tavern's door like a sign. But on his last visit, he paid no attention to the recent news, recent news, and if he had, he would have heard that a week before, the local security had grown much more intense. And among other things, shooting on the factory land had become prohibited. So he shot at the basin, as was his wont, and the next thing you know, a sniper from the watchtower shot half his skull off. He was running around the barbecue shop for half a day afterwards, a bloody stump instead of a head. You mean... Wait, what? What? Okay, so this second line confuses me. You should have shot the sniper after this. Didn't he see it was one of your guys? I didn't think this was one of his guys. Because he was like a... No, yeah, he wasn't... When he said semi-gangster, I thought he was just, often visited Paragon and all that. I figured he wasn't from here. And maybe he's not. Maybe that's just a way for me to get my character to misunderstand the situation. Let's go with this one. Well, the man was an idiot and the sniper overreacted. As usual, both are to blame. Yes, everybody is to blame at all times. For everything. You're right, of course. See, I gained the experience. I know this stuff. You're right, of course. But don't you say yourself What? But don't you yourself say it's important to know the laws? So my interest for the... I didn't say that, though. But so my interest for the local politics is not merely a whim. Oh, it's not. Yeah, politics and laws, not quite the same thing, but I guess you can conflux both of them if you want to. Can I ask you some questions? Sure, I'll answer what I can. What do you want to know? Your name? My name is Stepan Borisovich. What about you, brother? Elementary, Watson. It's just a random Sherlock Holmes reference in there. My character has the funniest lines. Senor Grillage. Oh, these might be... all, like, joke names, like, if you pay attention to them. Not here, not because they're not always the same, I'm pretty sure. They might be, you know, references and things, and I just don't know them, because I always go for Boris. Nice to meet you. Not this. That is a beautiful name. Greek or Celtic, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I have no idea. I don't know. So, what do you do to earn your living? Oh, I'm just an ordinary manager. There are guys who take orders from me, and I myself take orders from a higher boss. A middle manager, so to speak. I was gonna say you're a middleman, but I suppose middle manager is a thing as well. So, what's life like in Paragon? When you run like a hamster on a wheel, it's just great. Not living, but surviving. Deadlines, pressing time, new faces every day, cargoes, goods, intrigues, merchants, and they're plotting. Oh, I love being in the thick of it. But when you have a day off, that is when you realize just how boring this shit is. Before I retire, I'll have to earn for a house in a busier place. I thought... Well, I suppose that even though it's all very busy, you make it sound really, really busy, it's still very boring, so you want something even busier. Yeah. I mean, sure. So, can you share some rumors? Before, he says, junkies did drugs just to get high. But now they have a new fashion. Being a psychonaut, going through astral. Which I assume is a drug. Astral is the way he's saying it. My mate's daughter, for example, learned that Viktor Gaidov, the musician from Trudograd, got torn to pieces by wild dogs right in the middle of a performance, so she drank a toadstool potion to visit him in hell. Capitalized H. They tried to wake her up for a week, but to no avail. At long last she came to, and there are plenty of such weirdos, he says. Why are you calling your mate's daughter a weirdo? Come on, be more respectful to your mate, if not to his daughter. This world is going to the dogs. It's an expression that I've heard, actually. That's an English expression. It's not necessarily a translated Russian expression, although it might as well be the same expression in Russian, because of course there's a lot of that. You know, things that languages share and all that sort of stuff. So let's have a chat with this guy over here. A fair-haired man with bright blue eyes meets you with a kindly smile and a wave. How are things, traveler? Wanna buy something off Lucky Gunnar? Yeah, prices though. My prices are already good enough. Are they? Are they though? They are pretty good, actually. They are pretty amazing. And he's got survival instructions. This is good. I like that a lot. He doesn't have money though, so I don't like that as much. I took a glance at the crafting tables, by the way, online on a wiki, and I saw some stuff that we can make. I really don't want to make it, though, because the 10%, yeah, it's nice to have early on, but yeah, it's just, I think it's more metagame knowledge, because you can make any recipe, so this thing is just irrelevant, basically. Because you can look it up online, I mean. I'm still gonna buy it, because I'm not looking it up online, but, I'll have to let you know, once again, that it's all in the name of fairness, basically. Because I'm pretty sure the real... There it is. There's a custom sawed-off shotgun. Good, good, good. There's a custom air pistol. And a custom revolver. Good things. Because when those crafting recipes are really useful is at the beginning of the game. Unfortunately, at the beginning of the game, you don't have those crafting recipes. So you either waste a bunch of materials experimenting and basically fail at everything because you're not gonna have things like the toolbox and stuff, or you know already where the recipes are, in which case you're still using metagame knowledge, in which case you might as well just know the recipes, or you just look them up online, which is basically like cheating, which is, I'm fine with it, honestly. I'm just absolutely fine with it. It's just that later on you just want to get the rest of the stuff. I'm sure there's gonna be like one weapon that's really, really good, good enough to offset the jamming chances that are for sure there. So this guy is actually a very good source of money. Unfortunately, let's give him one of these. Unfortunately, oh, you have one of these. Okay, Boris. There we go. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any money, but his prices are nice. He has expensive stuff, so that's I suppose that's a good start. Let's see. So let's get that for me. Thank you very much. And everything else is good. And then I will learn these things, and I will see what they are. Well, it's pretty straightforward. Survival for the Red October. Hadn't we? Is it? Oh. It's just multiple. Okay. Yeah. So we got a custom air pistol. Let's look at them. So we got a custom sawed-off shotgun right there. Seems pretty straightforward to make. We have one, or we had one. I think I sold it. Very easy to make. We have a custom revolver over here. We have a percussion revolver over there. So we should be able to make that. So what I want... Well, let's make it. Let's make it. And a custom air pistol over here that requires a fire extinguisher. We have a custom air pistol right there. So I'm not going to make it, but it's good. Okay, so one thing... Oh, yeah, I didn't give him any money. So let's start by looking at what we have. So we got a quality zip gun already, and we are going to need a percussion revolver plus. Let's see what that does. So for right now, we're going to have a custom revolver, and hopefully it's going to get that thing over there. So let's see. A custom revolver is going to require a little pistol. Pistol we don't have, so we're going to need to make just a custom pistol. If it's somewhere. Zip gun. Is it called zip gun? If I can find it. Custom made grenade. Zip gun over there. I believe it is called a zip gun. Okay, so we're going to need a log, and we're going to need some things. He sells a log, fortunately. I don't know how expensive it is. It's not very expensive. We can make 2 of them. Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, that's good stuff. And I can sell you 1 Molotov cocktail. That's way too expensive. I will need one of those, though. Only 1? I have 2, right? Yeah, I have 2. That should be enough. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so if I want to give you something for you... A weighted glove. Yeah, I don't need that. The frying pan. Holy crap, why is it that expensive? It's not even a tool. Yeah, okay. That's exactly the amount of money I need. And now I'm encumbered. Over encumbered. Thank you. Okay. So, what I want to do... Oh, first off, let's get our things out of here. These things are pretty heavy, so I'll just use them instead of the wires. Even though I shouldn't. So, zip gun. Craft. And we can't make anything else. Good. Yeah, take all of them out. So we have that. And then with that, we can make a custom revolver. It's going to require nails and a few other things. How many scrap? Only 1 scrap. Oh, no. It's not the same thing. Oh, no. Ah, well. I guess we're missing a step to get there. It looks... You know what? You know what? I think I know... Let's save scum a little bit. It's what I was saying. So just what I was saying just now. Because if you want to do this, you sort of need to cheat a little bit. So I think... Where's my tools? There they are. Oh, I don't need to put them over here. You don't have a clue how these work. Nope. Huh. Yeah, sometimes it's just things like this. But none of this works. Ah well, maybe some of that or soap. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't question me. It's fine. Anyway, so that's pretty good. And now what I'm missing here, what I want to see before I mess with the other, with this thing over here, because obviously that's not going to do anything, is I have somewhere something that requires 3 magnifying glasses. There they are, for a custom rifle. Oh, dang it. Oh, don't we have a... Yeah, we do. We have a pipe rifle over here. It's not loaded, so a custom rifle. Please don't fail. You don't have some of the items. Oh, I need some cans. That's fine. Thank you. Custom rifle. Please don't fail. And it didn't. And look at that. We have one of those. Another one of those, because I think Fidel already has one. Right there. Cool. Cool beans. Fidel is loaded with food. Yeah, that's some weapons that we got. Just basically what happened. There we go. Oh, not too shabby. I would like... Oh, no, I'm still over encumbered. Why is that? Oh, because of this. Are you good? Oh, yeah, you are. So, yeah, pretty good. Hey, let's talk? Sure thing! I forgot his voice. I remember I gave him a very... Oh, right. Sure thing. What do you wish to know? How did you end up in Paragon? I'm from Latvia, you know, although I spent the last few years in NKR. That's... I don't know. Oh, they're right. The new Kaliningrad Republic. There's trouble with the local Sema. That's what they call their parliament. Is parliament written like that? I didn't know. New laws hit merchants too hard, so I decided to leave. Then live, I suppose. What wonders you tell me? Wait, did I just call this country a pseudo-country? I did indeed. No, I did just called every new pseudo-country, sure. How'd you end up in Paragon? Oh, right, he goes back to that. Why are you calling yourself Lucky? I thought it was his name. Well, look at where I'm at right now, and where Casterciums are. Or is? Anyway, the city of my birth. It's so far away. I wasted a couple of pairs of good boots as I traveled. I seen the Polish wastes. The new Kaliningrad Republic was my home for a while, and later I walked to this place, alive and well, like they won. That's luck for ya. How do you like these lands? In the local wastes, be it Paragon, Krasnoznameni, or some tiny village, you can still feel the freedom in the air. The market is open. You may trade all you like. That's all the freedom you need, really. It's just you can be a slave all you like, but if you trade, oh yeah. Still, people say bad stuff about the local authorities. I'd love to see their reaction to life in the NKR. Because they are worse than the local authorities, I would assume. Care to share some rumors? I heard that in the hull of that there ship, they hold fighting dogs, make them kill one another for the crowd of spectators. Disgusting. A healthy dog is a treasure nowadays, both for a traveler and a merchant. But they're just wasting good mutts. Well, I guess you could raise other issues with that. But I guess that's gonna be that for today, because we're out of time. Gunnar over there, a good source of survival instructions. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Atom RPG. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.